Well, there's still quite some time till we get to a real banking union, a savings and investment union, etc. I think what is very important is that we get moving, and it seems that now at least there's a clear conviction among the people that are relevant in Europe that we need to go in that direction, not just on banking and finance, but also obviously in defence and other things. So it's an exciting moment, there's no question.
Are you sure about that, sir? And I'd like to challenge you straight away, because I hear Brussels is very excited and feels like von der Leyen 2.0 really has seen what we need to do competitively. I see it from Southern Europe and the motor that is Spanish banking and Italian banking at the moment. I'm not sure I see it from Germany, even with this new vigour from the incoming government as well. I see a government which is making a historic change on debt, but does that mean actually they're going to be less willing and more cautious on banking union and CMU?
I think the trick here is going to be implementation. There's no question there's a lot of resistance. The fact that we have a common and fairly clear spell-out agenda is very good news. Does it mean that it's going to come automatically and easily? There's low-hanging fruits around here? I think there's none. So yes, there will be resistance, and I think just particular states in particular topics are going to be quite sensitive. That's the way Europe is.
Last question for me before Karen. What is the most sensitive topic that is creating this barrier that we've all against what we've all think is necessary to get Europe really motoring on the finance side? What is the biggest problem?
I think there are a number of problems, but the reality is that Europe is still a constellation of countries. It's not a common market. By definition, you're going to have national interest behind every corner. And we need to make sure that we think through the ultimate goals that we're trying to achieve in order to make the short-term sacrifices that they're needed. But short-term sacrifices will always be challenges for all countries, I would say. Obviously, if it's a big country, it's kind of more visible.
That said, the doves, the spending doves really having it versus the fiscal hawks when it comes to Europe. And today we talk about the Bundestag, whether we see some dramatic spending package that changes the fortunes to Germany, more broadly across Europe in terms of this defence and spending package. It seems as though the backdrop is going to be one of economic expansion. Do you think that is truly going to deliver benefits across the European banking system? Better economy, typically good for the banks. Is that equation alive and well?
I think it is going to be beneficial, certainly. And talking about the news that we have today around Germany, Germany clearly has the fiscal capacity to help Europe and help itself to start with. Is this going to be beneficial? I think it will be very beneficial. No? We need to find a balance. Not every single country is in the same position as Germany. So Germany needs to, let's say, push on the fiscal agenda. Other people may have to be more balanced, certainly. But it's overall clearly very good news, in my view.
To that point, what do Spanish companies need to do so they also benefit? Because we were talking about, the defence packages, that there are French companies that stand to benefit because they have the technology, of course, German companies too. The infrastructure spending could fall a little bit wider. What do Spanish companies need to think about so they benefit from what they're hearing from the Europeans?
Well, Spain has a great opportunity now, which is a big contrast to the past, is energy. Spain has been dependent on fossil fuels kind of forever, and this was a big strategic problem from an economic point of view in Spain. Now, with renewables, we are actually one of the cheapest energy producers in Spain. So attracting long-term investment, not just energy investment, but also investment associated to those industries that are heavily dependent on energy, is the greatest opportunity for Spain. Beyond what we're already doing in terms of tourism, migration, a number of other things, to make this growth sustainable, productive investment in energy and industry associated to heavy energy investment is critical.